spells. A 5th, a 3rd, and a 1st. So.
I have expended both my 3rd, 2 level 2s, and no level 1.
I'm out of spell slots.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm up for a short rest.
I'll go ahead and heal Gronkum worth of 15 hit points, if you mind marking that down, Gronkum. Because that's all I have left on my lay on hands. I will also heal you for 9 more HP. Give it 1 second, I got this.
Jim, we're literally about to take a short rest.
You never know when we get ambushed.
Those recover after a long.
I believe so. Yeah.
So
Unless
we can't really be ambushed while inside the hotel. Nothing that was outside of the dome can enter it, and it's completely immune to magic crossing it. So unless they bring along someone as like a dispel magic or something.
Crown turns the corner, walks into it, falls if dead.
Well, if you want to burn them,
I already said I was. Cat, you need to move your fat head so I can see.
My head's not that fat.
I'm talking about my cat who's sitting in front of my screen taking up half of it.
You did say 50, correct?
15. 1-5. That's all I have left, and I healed you for the healing hands already. Yeah.
how does
And now Mike's doing the thing again. So where are we exactly again?
In the fire giant area, castle.
Gotcha. Okay.
Citadel?
Citadel. What's the goal here? Like, what's our plan?
Well, hopefully there's some kind of object or portal that'll take us to the next area.
That's gonna be like inside with the fire giants, though. And I don't particularly want to go find that, but we have to, right?
Well, our options are either we can try the banishment route to hopefully end up in the safe route, at which point we could either leave there or try and move on to the next spot. That'll probably just lead us to here again if we try and continue on. We could look through the Citadel to try and find that portal, or we could go speak to the very large angry dragon. There's
Sock sounds upset.
Was I heard it all, or?
Hello? Yeah, we heard you, don't worry. So, big scary dragon or fire giants that we could not kill one of. Don't like your chances.
We were kind of distracted from the fire giants.
Yeah, we went down a tunnel to get away from everything.
Mm-hmm.
AFK getting coffee.
Alrighty. So we're trying to find a place to rest up.
Well, if William decides to go along with the plan, he'll just cast his dome right here. But that part is up to William.
Well, are you staying in the tunnel or are you going outside?
Currently, just stay in the dome.
You can type it in. Alright, so you're all gonna squeeze in there and he will cast his dome.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. You have a dome.
Gronkum immediately goes to sleep.
It's very nice and warm. Like, the stone is just comfy.
Are we very far from the end of the tunnel? Like, can we see the end?
I mean, it's really up to you. You got to the end, so you could be either right at the end or you could be away from the end. It's all pretty much the same size, so it wouldn't matter too much.
Okay.
Alright, so Gronkum is already asleep. What's everyone else doing?
I'll go ahead and try and rest.
I just want to be sitting up against the wall and gonna start cleaning my daggers, I guess.
Alright, I'll take a seat beside Deft. Moth, what are you doing on my table? Shoot. Go on.
I missed the first part of that for a second, and I thought you were talking to Deft. I was like, damn.
Yeah, no, there's just this random moth that landed on my table.
Alright, so the two tieflings are up. Everyone else you tied is going for a short rest or a long rest?
That's the shortest, because we're not super tapped.
And it is still relatively early.
Yeah.
Alright, so feel free to spend your hit dice. Those of you who are not going to take a snooze, go ahead and roll a perception check. Wow, that's pretty good for you.
Moth, I just sent you away. What are you doing over
Would you-
He wants to play too.
I summoned it.
Oh wow.
here? Oh, right, I forgot. I have to double check that.
Nice.
Oh, gee.
That's a 28.
Deft, while you guys do rest in the tunnel, you do hear from the surrounding areas heavy footfalls. It sounds like the fire giant traffic is picking up outside.
Okay. So it sounds like they're leaving?
No, so you're in their citadel, so it sounds like more of them are now coming out.
Okay.
Probably in response to the druid. Or Frank.
R.I.P. Frank.
Yeah, but so far, no other signs of anything. And you are fairly certain. Unless you need to roll a 29, and then I can't help you. One shy. Too bad.
Well, I did my best.
No, but go ahead. You make your short rest. Let me go ahead. Perfect. All right, you have your rest. You still have your bubble for several hours.
Yep.
What you want to do?
I guess we gotta decide what to do.
So, what do we do?
You see William begins to put up his fingers like, maybe we should. And then he's like, oh.
It's okay, William. Any idea is a good idea.
He's like, oh no, I forgot.
Oh, okay. Good try, buddy.
Should we try to find the portable here in the Citadel?
See, that's the thing. That's gonna require me doing some sneaking, and I don't particularly want to go much deeper in here.
You don't, but you kind of do.
We're not exactly spoiling for a whole bunch of different options, are we?
No, we are not.
Well, what about Sock?
Sock is a raven right now. I guess he could fly around and take a look, but he can't do much sneaking at the moment.
Hmm.
We got the owl too, don't we?
Yeah, we have 3 birds. The phoenix is here too.
Yeah, he doesn't listen very well though.
Yeah.
What about speak with animals?
I mean, you can always try.
How tall were the smaller fire giants? Just out of curiosity.
The ones that you thought were probably about maybe like 12 feet tall.
Yeah, okay. And Gronkum's only about 6'10", is it? 7 foot?
You were right the first time.
6'10", okay. So it would be a stretch to pull off some kind of disguise where Gronkum was dressed as a fire giant.
I mean,
Okay,
you can
Um,
certainly try.
this is dumb. Hear me out. What if someone sits on Grotham's shoulders and they do the top half and Grotham does the bottom half?
I like it. Let's do it.
I did that with William in our other campaign once. He was a halfling, or he was a halfling with gauntlets of ogre strength, and I was a dwarf with boots of striding and springing. And so we needed to pretend to be a cultist, and so we took a cultist robe, and I was the bottom and he was the top, and then we were actually super effective because I could run and jump around like all over the place, and he was super strong. We made one
Amazing.
whole person. It worked well. So are we making a giant fire Grunkin?
An idea. It's
Who will
something.
be at the top?
I'm back.
Because, I mean,
We took a
Gronkum
short
is
rest. You needs your hit.
broad enough, but if he's the top, someone has to support him.
I mean, I'd assume Gronkum would be the bottom.
Gronkum is the bottom.
Good for you, Gronkum.
Ali's not that strong.
So Ariel will glance around the party and look to see who would be the easiest to disguise as a fire giant.
I like how you just asked that question so easily.
Not making eye contact, looking away.
It's like if any of
Well,
us
I
would just
don't know if
explode,
it
which
actually.
one of us would explode more?
How accurate is your picture there, Deft?
It's fairly accurate.
Are you a pale skin tiefling or are you a red skin
I'm
tiefling?
like pinkish.
Pinkish? Okay. Do you have horns?
Yeah.
Okay. How large?
Kind of like the picture, except not broken. Maybe a little taller.
Okay. All right. I always think that's just like part of your. I mean, I guess in a sense it is, but
I gotta go. Deal with family stuff.
Okie dokie.
all right.
Who wants to play my character?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Techno does.
Oh, congratulations, Techno.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. That's this.
Techno's the only person who will keep track of the circle. I know it.
I'm confused.
Your aura.
Oh, that is true.
Because
Techno,
I'll tell you right now, if I play you, I'm not putting it up.
Techno, you're up. Have fun.
Out of
Sorry, guys.
curiosity, no. The
Uh-huh.
fire giants. How crude, for lack of better terms, did their faces look? Like, did they look bestial, almost like an orc, or did they look more refined and civilized? Or were they unkept at all, similar to more like a dwarf, or, you know, do they just seem like really tall humans?
From what you recall, the smith, kind of hard to tell. He looked like a smith. The two standard fire giants, for lack of a better term, they looked, more refined. Not super refined, but definitely not bestial. And then there was an individual who was in robes that looked a little bit older than the rest, but mostly humanoid features.
There is one issue that we will inevitably run into if we do this. I don't think any of us speak giant.
Hey, Ferris, I don't suppose you could take a crash course on giant.
If they were celestials, I could speak their language, but that's about as close as I can do. There would be a chance if we could find one and isolate it, and I could do something that you don't like. But at that point, I could possibly turn myself into one. I know I can another human that I've encountered their soul, but I don't know if the power would extend itself to the proportions of a giant or not without trying.
So, is anyone here good at lying?
We all look at
Everyone just looks around. I was like, no.
Not trained in deception, but I am trained in disguise kits.
Oh,
Got a +3 deception.
we're tiny fire giants. We're fire giant
Baby.
babies.
Yeah, fire giant babies. New Saturday morning cartoon.
There you go. Okay.
Well, as Ari seems to be the senior expert in deception. All right, each of you tell me a lie, and we'll see who's the best at it.
I like your cooking.
You're gonna know we're lying, so that's kind of hard to do.
He's already out. He knows too much.
you're ugly and your mom addresses you funny.
I can use my hit dice too. Oh, my hit dice rolled exactly to the hit point perfectly.
I have never seen the ocean. It's a lie. It was a lie.
I see a lot of rolls going on. So wait. So what are you trying to do, Grumble?
Basically, we're seeing who has the best deception skill.
Uh-huh.
I was born a prince, actually.
Like, don't you come from an orphanage?
Yes.
I'll roll hers, but she doesn't have a good one.
I don't know if you want me to roll an insight for each one, or just use the one that I rolled for all.
And technically, so far, Gronkum's been the best, followed by Allie.
Allie, I assume, has something similar to a build like Uri, and is probably going to look very wonky for a fire giant.
Yeah, no. It's kind of hard to pull off the fire giant when you're a dragon.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Ari is not, volunteering to disguise as the fire giant, despite her deception skill.
It could be a leg or something. Oh, there we go. You guys need to find a spell to turn you
Just gonna
all
Voltron
into one
ourselves.
dragon.
We got a gun.
You would look like an actual dragon, but each one of you would be a part, and you would have to control it. That would be the best spell ever.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Doesn't Acquisition Incorporated do something like that?
I don't know. I've never watched. I've watched like maybe.
If I recall correctly, each of them have like a medallion of something, or a medallion or some kind of trinket that allows them to turn into a part of like this big ancient dragon.
This is a great idea.
That gives me things to think about, Techno. Many things.
I think Jim Dark Magic turns into a wing.
Yeah, you know what would be a lot easier than that
But it gives
plan?
them flight.
I could just turn someone invisible and they could find the portal.
But do you know where the portal is?
We gotta find it.
Will I still be able to see?
What was that, Adam?
You'd be able to see. Oh,
If he's invisible.
Fire giant? Oh.
Yeah.
Also, Grunkin, that wouldn't hurt.
I can be sneaky.
Allie's like, we should have asked the flying people where the portal was.
They don't know.
How did they get here?
Wait,
I don't know. I asked the one, but he said he was born here.
Huh. Well, how do we find it?
How big is the citadel?
From what you've seen, roll an intelligence check.
How long can you turn someone invisible?
It's fairly large. Like, if you wanted to thoroughly explore this place, it would probably take like the better part of a full day. If you didn't encounter anything.
Yeah, I could do 2 hours max at this point.
Well, we could turn Theris invisible and use detect magic to try and scout it out. I'm sure a magical portal would be magical. It might take some time, depending on how close we are. That, or Theris, how strong are you?
As in physically?
Mhm.
I have an 8 strength. I'm sorry, it's up to a 10 now.
Ooh!
Much better.
I've been working out.
So, You're not strong enough to lift Gronkum then.
Oh, no.
I'd like to see him try.
I don't suppose. Hey, William, do you know enlarge?
He gives you this very defensive look. Like, no, why would I know that?
Speaking of large Gronkum, I can use my disguise kit on him.
I don't think he actually does. Limit. Well, okay. So to be fair, when you say enlarge, are we being literal, or just anything that will make him larger?
I was thinking more literal.
Because I could turn him into something really, really big, but no, he does not have.
Is there a? No.
We can turn him into a T-Rex, and then dress the T-Rex up like a fire giant.
Yeah, but the T-Rex might just try and eat them.
No, you can control it. But not.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I wouldn't get super close, but I don't think he'd try to eat a fire giant.
Plus, I don't think there's enough makeup in the world to make a T-Rex look like a fire giant.
Is there enough makeup to make Gronkum look like a fire giant?
Be surprised.
But unfortunately, no, he does not. Actually, Sally.
Also, out of curiosity, Melville, what skill is used for disguise kits? Is it deception, charisma, intelligence, wisdom?
It depends on how
It
you
depends
look
on
at
what
it.
you do.
Because it can
It's
be
kind of
dexterity for
situational.
how well do you apply it.
Mm-hmm. You
Okay.
could do something charisma based for how artistic it is. Just depends.
I think it's one of those that kind of, if you can sell it for whatever skill
Yeah.
you want to use.
Exactly.
All right.
Nope. Unfortunately, nothing to enlarge on my two.
Well, I suppose if we could go with the invisibility option, or I suppose you could sit on Gronkum's shoulders, and we could try and disguise you, and you could use your magic to try and find it that way.
We can attempt, that's for sure.
It's either that, or whoever's on the bottom will have to be able to hold two people, and we strap you on the inside of the cloak.
Excuse me. You see William raising his hand.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
So look over.
You see a giant eyeball just floating outside the dome.
I don't think you can see in.
Stab it?
Wait, like a disembodied eyeball, or something is looking in the tunnel?
It looks like basically a giant ass eye of Zom.
Right.
It looks like, someone is using a scry spell or something.
Mm-hmm. You get that feeling that clothed individual you saw earlier, they may have spellcasters in their society.
Uh-oh.
Probably more shamanistic, but you never know.
Okay, so we can't leave the dome yet. Because I shouldn't be able to see in.
It just kind of floats there for about 2 minutes, and then it floats away.
I have the strangest feeling that we should get out of this tunnel.
Oh, he's like, my eyes feel really dry. All right, now that
It's where we just see them sliding in a giant mouse trap into the tunnel. like with this huge block of cheese.
Yeah, so you're kind of near the center of the first layer. So basically, it's like 3 layers to the citadel. So you're kind of within the first main ring. That location was more centralized. It was also much more clear. Do you guys want to walk out of the dome and take a look outside, or are you still staying in the dome?
Well, I mean, we can see from inside the dome out.
Well, you're still in the tunnel. You're not at like the very, very edge of the tunnel.
Yeah.
We
But I
should
mean,
start moving, probably.
Well, wait, do we want to go with the invisibility route first, or the disguise?
Up to you guys, honestly.
I mean, this dome will still last for like another 7 hours.
I've never been invisible before.
I don't think Grump.
Okay, Gronkum, here's the thing. You gotta take this seriously. When you're invisible, you can't hit anybody, or you won't be invisible anymore. Okay? Do you understand?
Yeah.
You hear William? You're still invisible if they never see you coming.
That's true, but that's not the point I'm making. Gronkum, if you want to be invisible, I can make you invisible.
Are you able to make more than one?
No.
Don't have the spell slot, or
Don't have the spell slot. I get my 3rd level spell slot at level 13.
Actually,
what about William?
What about what?
Isn't William our other mage? Our mage? Wasn't it him?
I'm looking at him. Allie only has greater invisibility. Don't
Huh. No, that probably would.
William does not have invisibility.
Hey, William, are you able to cast Detect Magic?
He's like, of course. Can't everybody?
What
No.
happens if we put someone in Gronkum's backpack and then cast invisibility on him? Will they still be visible through the backpack? Or will they be invisible effectively in the backpack?
Did you get a bag of holding?
No.
Or just his big backpack that he had made from the tailor?
His big backpack.
What do you want to say now?
Technically, he would be carrying them as equipment at that point. So
We could try it and see what happens.
I mean, you could always try whatever you want to do.
Alright, so it looks like we're going with invisibility.
many people can become smaller or like change into other creatures or something? Because if we could change into smaller animals, more of us, or smaller creatures, more of us could fit in there.
Both of the wizards can polymorph.
We only really need one person to go with them.
I mean, once they find the portal, we're gonna have to find a way to the portal for all of us, though. So it's a good idea.
If things go south with strength in numbers.
Well, we can worry about getting to the portal once we've actually found out where it is. So, Grotham, how empty is your backpack?
Well, I can make it emptier.
There needs to be enough room for William to fit in.
I mean, that's not
Oh
bad.
yeah, no problem.
William approves of this too.
Well, yeah, of course William approves. It's a free ride.
As you put him in there, he's like, "Do you have a pillow?" Nope.
No.
Okay. Ah, the things I do for this group. He just like settles in.
Alright. So William, you'll want to be casting detect magic. So, you can actually sense the portal.
Wait,
And Grockum, just take him around to areas you think might have the portal.
Also, I'm gonna put Sock on Grogum's shoulder. My little buddy here can probably help you out a little bit, just scouting. If you think that'll be good, or you could just go in. Up to you.
there's only one problem. He can't see him.
It's true, but if there's danger, Sock could just peck your head.
Oh, okay.
All right, so we have a bird, a giant, and a halfling in a backpack.
And should things go horribly wrong, hold still for a moment. Ari's gonna blow her disguise kit, and just in case the invisibility breaks, she'll try and make him look like a really short fire giant.
Just like a giant toddler.
Close. Very close. Think, what's wrong with your face? I don't know. All right, so as you guys venture out, so it's the bird, Gronkum. William can't really roll perception checks as much, so he takes his 10 minutes first and completes his spell. So he has 10 minutes, and then he'll have to take another break. So keep that in mind. Half the time you're out, he'll be recasting the spell. But he can do it as ritual, and if he needs to blow a spell slot, he can.
Well, it also lasts for 10 minutes, so theoretically, once
Sure.
he's finished casting it, he could, start casting it again. So by the time it wears out, he'd have a new one up. Since all he has to really do is just sense for the magic, and he can stop casting if he actually senses.
Yeah, but the downside for doing the rituals, then his focus would be on the ritual and not looking around.
Fair enough.
Like you said, he can blow a spell slot pretty easily if he has. But, so as you go out, Gronkum, roll a perception check, and then Def, roll a d20. It's a raven right now?
Yeah, I can pull up a sheet.
Yeah, just roll whatever is rolling. Gronkum kind of look about. Close looks clear at the moment.
That's a 10.
Yeah, no, it looks pretty clear. Slapping on invisible.
Yeah, let's go for it.
So is the bird riding on Gronkum? Or is he like riding in the backpack with William?
I was gonna say like kind of crouch down on a shoulder. Would that be good for invisibility?
Well,
I
it
mean-
means the raven probably wouldn't be invisible, but then again, ravens aren't exactly very big, and they're a dark bird, and, these are fire giants.
Maybe like sticking out of Gronkum's jacket, or just kind of under his cape with his head poking out.
Okay. He'll tuck in somewhere. All right. So, Gronkum, what do you want to look for? It's a big citadel.
Away to the center.
Okay. Go ahead, roll a. Roll an intelligence check.
Grunkum
That's
just goes
pretty smart for a
galaxy
dumb
brain.
guy.
You kind of look about. You kind of plot the course through. It takes you about 10 minutes or so, but you kind of make it in through the next area, which is more the central location of the Citadel before you kind of go up into a larger tower at the last area. As he casts Detect Magic and looks around, roll an investigation check, Grunkum. Okay. One thing William does notice as he kind of stops you, he points towards one of these larger buildings in this area, and he points at the door and says that the doors are magical.
Head towards those then.
You kind of get a bit closer. Like, nope, some sort of lock. Not a portal.
Can you sense what's inside?
Like, nope, too thick.
That's what she said.
He's like, you know,
Good idea. I'll try to open it.
all right, what do you want to do? Just remember, if you do take action, he will appear.
Even like pulling on a door handle.
No, it'd have to be more like an attack action or casting a spell.
It would
I think
have to be like if you're picking a lock, you possibly, but like opening a door, no.
Get Grunkum attempts to open the door, but just pulling on the handle or pushing.
You attempt to move the door doesn't budge.
Do I see a way towards the more center area of the Citadel?
You are already in the more central location. The last section in would be like the more larger tower. But you can certainly go for the tower if you want.
And does this look like a banquet hall or a throne room or something of that sort?
Well, a history check. You're not 100% sure. It may just be a nicer dwelling. But the doors look a lot nicer than most of the other buildings in the area that you've seen.
Okay, Grunkum will take a quick look around and see if he sees any fire giants or anything else.
Okay. Roll up another perception check. You roll advantage if you want the bird to lend you aid, but the bird's got to pop its little head out. You do see a couple of fire giants. You see a few patrols every now and then. There's not a lot just like walking about. Like it's either patrols or singular individuals. Most of the foot traffic that goes through the center is actually the foot patrols, but you do see some guards and stuff posted up on the walls, and a much heavier presence than they were before. However, they do seem more centrally located to the layer you're in and the more inner layer. The outer layer is kind of a little bit more free floating outside of a couple of occasional guards, which you guys do see occasionally as you sit and wait for him to report back.
Are the patrolling guards following like a schedule or like a particular round, and how often are they going by?
You haven't been stationary enough yet to really discern a pattern because you've more or less been moving the entire time you've been walking around. So you haven't really seen repetitive patterns yet. But they're pretty frequent. I mean, you tend to run into one at least every 5 to 10 minutes.
All right, then I'm gonna head towards a more centralized portion of the citadel.
All right, intelligence.
What check?
Intelligence. See if you can get your nat 20. Oh, so close. You kind of look at this area. Like, oh, you may have to fly to do this.
Okay, then I guess I'm gonna fly.
All right, so your boots begin and you lift up. How high do you want to go on this tower?
The highest most window.
Okay, so it's like 3 stories. They're pretty big stories, but all right. As you fly up to the top one, roll a perception check. Now that you have a good vantage point. All right.
Can the bird look around too?
Bird.
$13.
Look about. You could land on the top layer of it, or you can kind of go into a window. Up to you.
A window.
So you go in. You land up next to the window. You want to go in, or what you doing?
I want to take a look inside, see if I see anybody before going inside.
All right, roll a perception check. You look in and you can see a couple of fire giants much further inside. However, as you're sitting there watching, you hear and you see this dog kind of walking around below you. It's about 2 stories below you, but it seems intrigued. It's probably not looking for you, but it's still there.
I'm gonna go in through the window.
Okay. So you're gonna approach the fire giant individuals.
Is it like a long hallway, or are there
It's kind of a
doors?
long hallway that comes into like a long table. So there's 5 individuals currently at the table. One investigation check. As you look in, they mostly look like soldiers. You figure that person at the head of the table is probably some sort of king or general. There is one individual who is wearing nicer robes that is also sitting there.
Okay, I'm gonna go back down the hallway as far away from the fire giants as I can, so I can talk with William for a second.
Okie dokie. So you kind of walk around the corner, find a little spot. What do you want to say?
Oh, you still got your detect magic thingy up?
Just finishing it. Hold on. He takes like another minute. He's like, okay. He's like, I do now.
And what do you sense?
Here? Nothing.
I'll start heading towards the room with all the fire giants.
Okay. So as you bring him in, he just basically has to get within 60 feet, I believe, right? Is it
30 feet and 5e.
Oh. So yeah, you got to get decently close for him to get that view off.
I'll get within 30 feet then.
Okay. So you approach. As you approach, you notice a light begin to glow, and you watch the figure at the head of the table pick up the glowing weapon and take a defensive position.
Uh-oh.
He has a bigger version of what you have. The others kind of look at him curious. Like, you almost get the feeling they're a little worried he might hit one of them. What do you want to do?
I'll get behind one of the soldiers and
All right, so you guys run over. Are you like getting on its back, or what are you wanting to do?
just like if I poke him like in the ribs with a finger, does that count as an attack?
Yeah, it would probably more or less alert him to your presence. You got to be inconspicuous, more or less.
I've been looking through Stock's eyes the entire time, by the way, and kind of narrating what Broncon's been doing, and my tone is getting increasingly more panicked as this goes on.
Is there any food on the ground?
Roll an investigation check at disadvantage because this is kind of happening at the same time, and then you're trying to hide. You said also, right?
Not hide, just be standing behind one of the lower ranked guards.
Okay. So you hide behind one of the other individuals. You do notice he says something to the cloth individual who looks like he starts to cast some sort of a spell that he's currently not yet completed, though.
Okay, that does change things then.
And he just kind of sits there with the axe. You get the feeling he knows something's here. He doesn't know what's here or where it is, though.
And they're like twice my size, right?
More than that.
More than twice my size. But they're sitting at a table?
Not anymore. Now they're all standing up. But, I mean, you easily can stand behind one of them.
But I wouldn't be able to reach up to his neck and hold a blade there.
I mean, you could
Unless I
up.
fly. That's a great idea. Gronkum's going to fly up behind him.
Behind which one?
The king.
Okay.
Oh my god. Drunken why?
Because I'm going to get us out of here without any bloodshed.
All right. So go ahead. Okay. So you fly up behind the king. What do you want to do?
Gronkum pulls out his sword and holds it at the king's neck.
Okay. So your sword's not quite as big as his neck, but it still works. So as you do that, you do appear.
Everyone stop moving or the king dies. I don't want to kill him.
He immediately slams his chin down and pinches your blade against his chest. He's going to attempt to grab you.
I get the feeling the quality of my disguise will not
Athletics or
assist in this.
acrobatics? That is a. Hold on, let me check. These cards. 18 plus. Where did that go? Oh, oh. Yeah, I think he gets you. It's a 18 plus 15. So you immediately just feel this hand crush you, except it doesn't get you. You're a little bit cushioned as you just hear this ah! From your back. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm stuck there, right?
The blade is stuck there. You could attempt to maybe rip the blade from his chin and his chest, or you could let go of it. I mean, you can hit him with your. Up to you. Yeah, he only has the blade. He doesn't have you. He's got you grabbed, but like you can still use your arms and stuff.
Deft is narrating all of this, right?
I believe
Huh.
so.
What's the range that you can do that with? So
100 feet.
Yeah, at this point you could just watch.
I really like this sword, so I'm going to try and pull it with me.
All right, go ahead and roll an athletics check. Oh, that's pretty darn good. So as he has you at the hand, you try to take your hands and pull it out. No, 33. Kind of holds onto it. You pull it, but he's kind of got it tight.
we're going to step out of the dome. Gronk and Regal.
So far.
What are you trying to? Oh, you have the earring. Yeah.
Well, just scream in a non-angrily. Well, no, don't scream. Just. How do you
I
get
got
out of it?
He's like, I got him right where I want him. He's just about to cave.
Well, I'm ready to get you out of there. Things go poorly.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave the sword behind and try to fly up and out of their reach.
He still has you in his grasp. You can use your arm. So you couldn't pull the sword away. You could use your action to try to break free. If you really. Even though you can use it to pull out, I'd let you use both if you want.
Okay, and instead of trying to get away, I'm just going to... We're trapped here. We're trying to escape. Do you know where the portal is to get out of here?
In common,
Yeah.
roll a persuasion check.
You're gonna threaten their king with your sword, and then you're gonna have to get out. Oh my god.
Oh no!
That seems about accurate to the situation.
Wait. Isn't William with him?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You just see this little hand stick out, and it's like, ah.
Screw you, fate.
Let's see. Does William roll his dice, or does he re-roll his dice?
It
It allows
depends.
William uses his reaction to allow him to re-roll.
Yeah, because it's been
Yeah,
up a
or
while.
he can use his swap the die if he still has any
He has
charges of that
portents.
left.
No, I think he blew most of the. Yeah, you re-roll the die. So re-roll it. That's better.
Much better. Notably better than the situation you were in a moment ago.
Okay.
And before he grabbed me, I did say that I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm just trying to. Yeah.
Oh, he knows. That's why he pinched it down the minute you started talking instead of slicing. As he holds you, you're kind of upside down at the moment, as you're not hitting him, and he's not really doing anything with you. He's just looking at you very strangely at the moment as you're kind of like hanging upside down as he's holding around your torso.
Right.
Are you familiar with the competition? We're part of that, and we got stuck here. We don't want to be here, and we're just trying to move on to the next place.
He kind of like looks over to the giant dressed in the robes with the rest of the individuals, just like this super puzzled look on his face. He kind of looks puzzled. He finishes the spell he was doing before, and you watch as he kind of starts going about the room. You see him, he kind of looks at you. He takes your sword that he has on the ground. He kind of picks it up and just like holds it up with his fingers. He kind of looks at you. And he puts you down.
Thank you.
He just kind of like stands back up after he sets you down, just kind of like looks down at you.
Hey, William, do you have comprehend languages or anything can make me speak in his tongue?
He's like, no. He's like, but I speak giant.
You do?
Yeah.
Would you? I don't know. Like maybe could you? I don't know. Maybe talk to them.
I suppose so. He's like, I'm a bit rusty. Hold on. He's like, oh yes. You get the feeling he doesn't actually speak giant. They just all kind of look at him, very puzzled.
Do you guys speak common?
You hear them all. Uh huh. He's like, what's wrong with that thing?
He's an idiot.
He's like, got him right where I want him.
So, do you guys know where the portal thing is?
What is Portal?
Have you ever had anybody from the competition come through before and come in through the Citadel?
He points over to the wall.
Could you possibly tell me where they were going
Like,
before your fantastic victories over them?
he's like, don't know. Scouts brought them back. An investigation check with disadvantage just due to gooiness. You they look like a couple of the Thieves Guild contestants. He said, "They go where they're not welcome." What was that?
To be completely honest with you, sometimes us competitors have no choice in where we end up. It was not our intention to violate the sanctity of your citadel and your lovely home. We're just trying to get to our own home.
He looks at you, he's like, "How did you get here?"
So we entered this competition, and we were on this mountain, and we went into this room. There was a big gym on top, and we touched the top of the gym, and we ended up here.
So, because you touched the top of the gem, you're now here.
Yes, and all we want to do, without disturbing you or yours, is leave your domain and continue on with the competition.
It does make him happy that you call it his domain. He kind of sits and he looks. He's like,
If you had a magical or powerful artifact that you didn't want anybody to touch or take from you, which I have no intention of doing, where would you keep it?
Oh my God.
That's probably where the portal out of your domain is.
He kind of looks, and he says, "Come with me," and he walks you out onto the balcony.
I follow.
With his little entourage in tow. He points out towards a very familiar building.
The one with the doors?
No, the one you came from, where everyone else is.
Perfect.
It's like, our greatest artifact was taken. He kind of like looks at you.
It was not us, it was our enemies that we wish to vanquish.
Says,
If we find it,
Please
we
do
will
empty
return
out
it
your-
to you.
Please empty out your things.
I do, and I dump William out.
So you just like dump the backpack.
Now, the question is, we have to ask, does William have any of their sacred artifacts?
Well, no, but he does have two things I totally forgot about. I forgot he bought those.
I think I know what you're referring to as well. At the very least, one of those two.
Maybe.
And what do they see when they see the heads rolling across the floor?
Which head?
Newen's head and Sir Edward's head.
Oh, from your bag. You
And
watch.
the egg.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Did you? Oh no, you didn't teleport the egg.
Nope. Still got the egg. In my backpack is an egg, so a giant crocodile tooth, a giant javelin, a great axe.
So the
a
giant javelin you have to carry, the one that came from the giant, it's like a massive. It wouldn't fit in your bag.
Okay.
I think. You tied it onto your backpack.
That's right. A great axe, two regular javelins, Newen's head, playing cards, some food, and Sir Edward's head, and some rope.
They look quite puzzled, to say the least.
I point to Newen's head, former ally, turned enemy. Point to Sir Edward's head, former ally, whose head I must return to his family.
roll a persuasion check. You get the feeling they may or may not believe you, but they just kind of, you gather they're just trying to get you out of here as quick as possible.
I point to the javelin. This javelin was thrown at our mutual enemies. I've brought it here to return it to you.
Watch as he kind of picks it up, looks at it, and kind of just like tosses it down to the side. It's like, go to your portal.
Thank you. And I'll bow and grab all my stuff, put it back in the bag, leaving the javelin, which I have now removed from inventory, and pick up William by palming his head and jump out the window.
He's like, thank you.
I thought asking them nicely was such a stupid idea that I didn't even mention it, but I can't believe it actually worked.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, to be fair, you only tried to ask him nicely after you tried to hold him hostage.
Well, I was going to hold him hostage and ask nicely. That was the plan. Kind of.
So,
We're making progress. We're making progress.
hey, Malcolm, is what Death saying true? Did you actually use diplomacy?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear a single thing you said.
Is what Death saying true? Did you actually use diplomacy?
I don't know. I just talked to him. I don't know what diplomacy is.
Diploma what?
Just sitting on the ground with my head in my hands, just blown away.
I didn't go to school. I don't got no diplomacy.
All right, by some random means of luck, your pack orc returns to you.
He said it's probably in here. Maybe that anvil?
Maybe. That's
The anvil's
where
not
the
there,
druids.
destroyed.
That's where the druids were doing their thing. So the other fire giants that are around here know not to attack us, right?
I don't know.
I suppose only one way to find out.
I guess. I got my sword back, right?
Yeah, most of you guys.
Alright, let's start walking towards the forge room.
Your sword's the only thing that made him drop you. He recognized the sword. He thought you were someone different than you were.
Really? Who do you think I was?
Where'd you get your sword?
I don't remember.
The hag
I smoked
and the paladin
entirely too much weed.
prison.
It's a paladin sword.
I didn't kill any paladins.
No, you found an armory though.
Yet.
I mean, technically, actually, we did kill several paladins, but they were immortalized as stone statues, so, you know.
They were more statuesque at that point anyway. They were upstanding citizens though.
Not so much now.
They fall
Their
into
reputations have kind of crumbled.
So, are you going to peek in through the tunnel back into the forge?
Yep.
All right. So, as you peek out the tunnel, you see
one.
5 fire giants.
I was about to say, just give me one moment to roll that. Wow, she is not very stealthy.
Oh, wow. Is the Forge Master back?
Yep. So you see, hold on, let me get our little friends here. That forge is still destroyed. There's a hole in the ground. This is the... the cloth, or the individual that's in the robes. That is...
I'm going to chalk up the poor stealth roll to the sound of heels clacking on stone brick.
There's Forge Master.
I'm gonna sling an arm around Gronkum's shoulders in something that is uncomfortably close to a chokehold. And I'm gonna say, "You're gonna say sorry to that nice man, right?"
What man?
The Forge Master.
Why? What'd I do?
You tried to beat him up.
I'm sure he started it.
That's not what I saw.
Yeah. And you see one guarding the top.
I can't be held responsible for what I do when I'm raging.
Okay, so currently they don't see you, but they do look over towards the direction of the tunnel entrance when Ari does that. You go back into the tunnel.
Well, she will back up for a moment into the tunnel.
Okay.
So, guys, there's like 5 of them in there. And looks like the Forge Master is native to this plane.
I just like slowly turn around, take a couple steps the other way.
Daft.
We don't have to go in there, right? We could just, I don't know,
Well,
leave.
it's that or Big Dragon.
Dragon hunt? Big dragon. Alright.
Like, really big dragon. You know, one that gets stuck under a volcano back.
I can picture it.
Ellie's like, at least the dragon has gold. And you just see your eyes kind of light up at the thought of all the gold.
Yeah, but we will head over to the side alley. Yeah, but it has a bunch of gold because of all the people that have tried to get its gold. Was I too quiet, or?
She looks at Deft and like, it could be our gold.
I'm just like visibly pained.
She kind of looks at you. She's like, I think you might be part dragon deft.
Oh no, wouldn't that be nice?
That explains why you like gold so much.
I mean, I like gold because I like not being hungry, but yeah.
You should try sleeping on it sometime.
Oh, I should.
It's a Grungle box out of the tunnel.
The sound would be so satisfying.
What you want to do, Grunkum?
Hello. And
As
waves.
you kind of look over, the two kind of like ready their weapons. The one over here like bends down for something. They kind of point and like look at you.
Gronko makes a big show of putting his sword away.
The
Are
other
the two that I feared in here?
roll a history check with advantage. You kind of like pop your head out. The one that you feared in the robes is standing next to the Forge Master right now, and the one you feared is the one Fire Giant 1.
We're friendly.
He kind of like recognizes you. He sort of approaches like a bit and
Smile and wave.
they like kind of look around. The Forge Master will move up.
Now, are they moving in kind of like some kind of cautious formation, or are they just kind of like, seeing what's about to happen?
They're kind of just observing and seeing what's happening at the moment. You do see the one over by the entrance picks up like a giant boulder and just has it like at the ready. They kind of like point. They yell at you in giant. What do you want to do?
Oh, didn't mean to move.
He swings!
We don't understand giant. Do you have anyone here that speaks common?
They just like talk giant back and forth. They yell over at the other one. He throws the boulder at the entryway above the door, and they like yell at you again and like point at you. You hear like you feel the boulder crack against the wall too. Like it's loud.
Based on their tone of voice and their body language, can Ari attempt to get some indication of what they might be saying?
Sure, roll an insight check.
Is a 7 sufficient?
As you dodge the falling pieces of broken rock, you're just not sure why they're so upset. I mean, yeah, they don't look happy, but you don't know why. Ground's gonna be look puzzled too. It was so much easier the first time.
Daft, what's the plan?
I don't know.
Gronkum walks slowly towards Fire Giant 1.
Okay. He kind of like pulls his weapon back, kind of like looks at you and yells at you again.
Grunkum holds his hands up away from his weapons.
Your arm is a weapon.
I don't know that.
I'm getting ready to intervene.
Are you angry? I want to hit something?
He just looking at you. He's gonna attempt to step down and pick you up.
I allow it.
He kind of like grabs you around your arms and picks you up, and he just like looks at you.
Grunkum smiles at him. We're friends now. Talk to the king.
He like looks at the other one. He starts to like lift you sideways and put you in his mouth.
That's a bad idea. I don't taste very good. You can ask my ex-wife.
And all of a sudden, you just, as you hear Gronkum like spouting out a joke, he's like, "Eh," and you are currently inside the mouth of the fire giant. Only half of you. He's still holding your legs.
You should probably do something about that.
I got this. I do nothing and wait.
He kind of like pulls him out after like 30 seconds of swishing him around his mouth a little bit. It's just like, and he like throws him lightly like 10 feet over towards the stage. He's like, "Bleh, bleh."
Told you I don't taste good.
Also, if that involves getting by, I am not letting them taste me.
Yeah.
And then deft. As he throws him over and you kind of like look over towards Gronkum, he looks up at you and he points his finger at you. He's like,
I point
you've
a
been
finger
accused of enough crimes to know when someone's like, it's you.
I point a finger at myself and like, me? I want to just like get down on my knees and bow my head like I'm really sorry.
He like walks up and kind of like works his way kind of past Gronkum. And
Deft, I don't know if...
I point to my mouth and I point to his mouth and I just like shake my head really fast. Please don't put me in your mouth.
he picks you up.
Ari's gonna fly up along beside Deft, and if he tries to put him in his mouth, she's gonna teleport the two of them.
He swats you away. So this is not a very damaging attack. However, he rolled a nat one. Oh no! Oh wait, hold on. He's just like kind of like swinging around at you.
Stop that!
Out of frustration, he just kind of like drops Deft on the ground.
I land perfectly.
She will go ahead and land beside
I do not land perfectly.
And you watch his fire giant one is going to start taking the two tieflings and start shoving them back into the hallway.
Oh, okay.
He's like escorting you out. The one that you Gronkum just like points to the door.
So, do we just do like a mad dash to the anvil?
What's over there? Even? I mean, didn't the druids take it?
No, the anvil is broken. So the anvil is broken. There's a hole where the anvil was. There was something buried underneath it. That is what the druid stole.
Maybe, like, there's some magic or something about the anvil? Attach it
Yeah,
or
we could
something?
check.
Okay, I have an idea. Gronkum, keep them distracted, okay?
Okay.
Without hitting them.
Oh, okay.
Ari's gonna pull Daft around the corner.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the plan. I'm gonna teleport us on the other side of the altar. Or anvil.
Huh?
And then we're gonna try and find the portal.
Okay, yeah, sure. Are you sure you don't want to take Ferris though? He's the magic man.
Allie like puts up her hand like as a question.
Yes?
What happens if it's not a portal?
Um, well, then I teleport the two of us back.
You can do that?
Mm-hmm.
They just kind of stare at you, Grunkle.
I suppose there's... Yeah, I wish I could just teleport you two. Because you're the stealth expert.
Yeah, I'm not very stealthy. A little bit, but
Let's see, that's 2 intelligence rolls.
actually, I take that back. I'm proficient in stealth.
You watch both of the fire giants gasp. They seem more entertained at you shuffling the cards than the card trick.
Alright, there's, come on over.
What are we doing?
He's been volunteered to be teleported in the middle of the danger.
You and I are gonna try and find the portal.
Here we go.
Doesn't William have detect magic?
As does theirs. But I don't know if we have 10 minutes.
Yeah, say I'll have to do it as a ritual because I can't. I don't have it memorized, and I also can't let you reroll ones.
That is also true.
Alright, Def, do you have any more invisibility spells?
Can I what now?
Do you have any more invisibility spells?
One more time, I couldn't hear you.
Def, you sneak over towards us behind the anvil. I guess I'll be taking William with me.
You're sounding very mechanical and like you're in a tin can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There
Well,
you go.
Def, you try sneaking over, and I'll take William with me. And we'll try and find the portal.
Question. Do I have to?
Yes. You've got a knack for finding things. Especially
Okay.
valuables.
I can try.
Don't sound so nervous.
That big man almost used me like a toothbrush. I don't want to go back in there, but you know what? Sure.
I wasn't gonna
Go
let
back
him
in
use
there.
you like a toothbrush. You do have another invisibility spell ready, right?
Yes.
Good. So you have an escape route.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Sure.
I like where this is going.
William? Can you come here?
He walks down and puts his arms up.
So, grab a hold of one of his arms and go into Dimension Door, the two of us, behind the anvil.
All right. So,
I'm going to start hiding behind that, looking to see if we can find anything that seems to be portal-like.
As you poof in behind, one rolls an 18, one rolls a 25. They just kind of look back at you. So you're trying to. So, what are the two things you want to check? The handle's broken. You each can probably hide behind half of the anvil. It is split down that center, though.
Yep. Well, just gonna look around for anything that looks portal-like.
Roll an Arcana check or an investigation check.
I'm gonna try
Can
and sneak
I
back out.
argue for either A, advantage, or B, performance, based on her knowledge of what would make a good story or competition?
Probably not here. Good try,
And
though.
is a 15 sufficient?
You look around, you check the anvil. The anvil has engraving on it, but mostly it just looks like it was a nice anvil. William checks it out too. Seemingly not a portal. William looks at you and he's like, "You sure there's a portal here?"
No. Now cast detect magic.
All right. So as they start to kind of walk over towards the anvil,
As they start to walk over, I'm going to do my patent minor illusion camouflage while standing over top of William.
I'm just strolling by.
okay. Perception. What's nat 20?
Pretty great.
That'll do it. But I assume you're about to ask the DC, and the DC in question, I believe, is 19.
Yeah, I think the 26 covers it. As you say that, it's more part of his nat 20 than anything he actually is doing. You watch as the air around you begins to swirl. Go ahead, roll me 3d3s, please.
Is that good or bad?
Let's see. Okay. So, you get flung. Well, he gets flung first. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet this way and up in the air and kind of slides across the floor. You get flung back to about here. This one kind of looks over at William. This one looks up at you and is going to approach. At this time, not that you're necessarily in combat fighting, but everyone roll initiative. Because now the things are happening. There's any there, so let me clear that. Alright. Max is available if you want to roll his initiative. Techno, and I will.
Yeah, I got volunteer Max.
We haven't needed him as of yet. So.
Max does maxy things.
Ow. Should we roll? Alright, so as soon as you roll him, you are good to go. Alright. Fire Giant 1, kind of seeing the commotion up there, is going to attempt to grapple you, Grunkum. Do you want to resist or let him grapple you?
Let him.
Alright, so he's just going to kind of grab you with his hand. Not sure what's going on. That's basically what he's doing for this turn. William kind of like looks panicked, looks over at you, Ari. He's like, I don't see the portal! I don't see the portal! What do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Does he see anything with his detect magic?
He's like, there's no portals. I don't see anything. He's gonna run over to you. And he's like, that hammer's magical though. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He's gonna run right next to you. He's like, get me the hell out of here! I don't really have anything. I don't think we need that. And he is going to. Ooh. He's gonna cast Mage Armor.
Hi. I don't suppose either of the two of you have seen a magical portal anywhere.
Roll an intelligence check. You're not 100% sure these things speak common.
Yeah, she had a strong suspicion about that. Alright, gonna use my action to cast a dimension door and gonna teleport the two of us back into the tunnel.
Alright, so you both zip back to the tunnel.
Grankin, I don't know if the portal is there.
The king said it was here somewhere.
Well, the druids took something, right? Maybe they took the portal. Or whatever was supposed to... no. Tell Def to come back in here and call back yourself.
Technically, you asked them where they kept their greatest treasure. Allie kind of looks over at Wolfgart. You don't think the lava's the portal, do you?
Out of character, how much fire damage does lava do?
I don't
Probably
think you'll know.
lots.
Not that you have a lot of armor, but what armor you would have would probably be destroyed. For once, even you would be too hot.
Well, I don't know. I mean, how hot is a fireball?
Alright, anything else you want to do?
No, that was... Well, I guess I'll consume a second level spell slot as my bonus and restore some font.
Okay.
Oh, right, I forgot to hit enter. My bad.
No worries. The Forge Master is going to turn confused, but he watches the hammer just like, it's already glowing. It never stops glowing. Begins to glow brighter. He's going to yell something towards the door, and then he's just going to move forward. What about there? And it's like, what do we do about Grunkum? Where'd Death go?
Gronkin will be able to escape just fine, and Deft is on his way back.
It's like, he's not sure that Grunkum's going to be okay. Alright, she'll hold it for now. If we have to, we'll play Tug of War next turn. The one by the lava is going to dip his hand down into it, and he forms it into a ball.
Fire giants don't have an immunity to fire, right?
You watch as the lava forms and begins to kind of spin around, and he's going to chuck that bad boy over towards the doorway. It's going to smack it into right above the door, and it just kind of starts dripping down in front of the door. Doesn't last super long, but you get the feeling they're sending you a message.
Do we have a map?
Yeah, they're back at the forge again. They're actually in the forge, too. They came back. So you're currently
We're all on the edge of the...
tunnel.
Okay, we're in the tunnel?
Yeah, you're in a tunnel. You're not on a cliff. That's just where the tunnel goes in. We're just keeping your tokens there.
I've been half distracted, so I apologize. Are we on a sneak mission or an attack mission here?
We're on a get Gronkum and Deft out of their mission.
More to your point, it was a sneak mission that turned into Gronkum being tasted by a giant. They teleported to where they thought the portal was, only to find there was no portal to teleport back out. So exit stage left mission at this point.
See if I can pull any shenanigans.
Yeah, and you're more or less near the entrance to where that tunnel is if you want to pop your head. We just put you all on the side for sake of ease.
And they are aggressive. The giants are attacking, correct?
One currently is holding Grunkum. Grunkum let him pick him up. The two giants near the top, one just lobbed a ball of lava above the doorway. But no one's actually attacked anyone specifically yet. Maybe they would have attacked Ari, but Ari got out of there pretty quick.
Yeah, Ari didn't feel like being hit by a large metal sword.
I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna pass for the moment. I want to see how this plays out first.
Okay. We'll just hold a shot in case he needs to. Grunkum, you're in the grasp of the individual.
Hey, now that's not very nice. You should put me back down.
He yells out something towards the forge master. He firms up his grip on you. Seems he wants to keep you.
Gronkum puts his cards away.
Well, your arms are a little bit pinned at the moment after he picked you up the last time. Got any shenanigans?
As of right now, I'm going to hold an action. If he squeezes in an attempt to do damage, then I will rage and yeah, I will rage.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna do something stupid. I am going to 10, 15,
I
20,
love rogues.
30-ish. I'm going to appear in front of the Forge Master, and I am going to do a minor illusion, just like last ditch, a picture of the druids breaking the forge, us killing the druids, and then us maybe looking at the forge and trying to convey that maybe we can fix it.
Roll an Arcana check, because that's a lot for a cantrip, but I'm going to
Yeah.
allow this.
Maybe just like us looking at the forge, and maybe we can fix it.
Well, the Arcana check will
Yeah.
show us how well this goes.
Okay. Ooh, luck point. I don't.
It's kind
luck
of like
point.
watching a very fast flipogram. So, like, it's a flipogram, but it's scattered thoughts. It's like, with here. So he just kind of like looks at you. He sees some of the visuals, but he just kind of curiously looks at you for a second, not quite recognizing you from before.
Okay, but yeah, I'm just kind of obviously like trying to convey a message.
Yeah, he's puzzled, but unfortunately doesn't seem like he's getting the
Okay. Yeah. I'm just
Get
gonna
the bonus.
stand there. No, I'm just gonna stand there.
Okay. Fire Giant 2 is gonna like try to grab onto you too, Gronkum. He's like yelling at the other one. It's almost like they're arguing over whose turn it is to hold you. He does manage to pull you away from the other one. Baby Phoenix like pops out of the backpack and just like starts walking on its feet. Like looks out the doorway.
Well, there's a bunch of lava covering the doorway, and Max is not fireproof. So, he is going to. Yeah, no, there is really not a lot that he can do. I can think of off the top of my head here. What does he have prepared? Yeah, no, I guess he's going to ready an action to pull someone through if someone tries to go through this lava doorway. But beyond that, how far down is the lava drift, anyways? Is it like almost fully covering the door, or?
No, it was just like a glob. So most of it's already dripped down. It's mostly on the floor now. Like a few little things are falling off every so often at the moment.
Okay. So either you have to fly over it or jump over it.
No, I mean you just got to be careful going through it. It's not like a major obstacle at the moment.
Oh, okay.
It was just more like a projectile.
Fair enough.
Two. Our dear favorite one. And looks over there. Sees the thing at the door. He's gonna try to chuck something at the phoenix. You just watch the phoenix covered in a glob of molten lava. It's just like trying to shake it off, and it walks back into the tunnel. Whew. It jumps on top of Max. Help!
Max will do what he can too.
It's like a little bit of like the lava starting to drip on your armor, but thankfully it's super magical. But
Well, that and lava is actually not hot enough to flash melt iron.
sure. But it's very pretty armor. He doesn't want anything to be scuffed. He loves his armor and his sword. Alright, Fire Giant 1. I'm gonna pull you back, Bronco. Or at least attempt to do so. No, that's a 2. Nope. The other one holds on to. This one, however, is going to kind of like come over towards the tunnel and like look down. He does see Max, however, he can't currently reach him. William's like, I know what to do. And it's gonna run over to. Oh, Def's not here. Like, is anyone good at throwing?
Crockham.
Probably.
Yeah, but Kronkham's the one we have to throw it to.
Max will raise his hand.
He's like, here, and he places an orb of laughing
Okay.
gas.
This is the orb you were mentioning, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
So we were thinking of the same thing.
So he takes one of his orbs of laughing gas. He's like, do it. And then he's going to take his other one. And he's going to throw it at this one. That's a fail. You watch as he chucks it up at this one's face, and it just starts like laughing and coughing. It actually has to sit down and like lean up against this arch or this railway kind of like as a little backrest as it just continues to laugh. That'll end his turn.
Ari is going to fly over. I believe she can get to about here.
Well, you'd still be in the tunnel. So there's. Yeah.
I was just thinking to I believe that is about how far she can get on 6 squares. She will use her bonus action to consume some sorcery points to get a 4th level spell slot back. I guess I do still have my action. Yeah, okay. Then she will. How tall is this room again?
It has no roof.
Okay. And how high are the fire giants?
The one next to you is currently sitting down.
What's their general height?
Around 25-ish for these guys.
Okay. So she'll fly or she'll use dash action to fly out and up to 20 feet.
All right, Forge Master. Kind of seeing all this is going to attempt to go ahead and grab you, Def. This is going to be a little bit more difficult. Go ahead and roll acrobatics or athletics unless you want to be grabbed. You just got to beat a 25.
I'm gonna let him grab me.
Alright, so he kind of grabs you up. Very strong hand, too. Kind of picks you up and looks at you. And he's just gonna kind of like walk with you a little bit. And he yells over something towards you, Ari. Allie will grab the bird. That one. Yeah, I think that one's gonna take a shot. It's gonna go ahead and attempt to throw a rock at you, Ari. Shield.
That is just outside of shield reach. Or, oh, wait, hold on. I have Mage Armor still up. Why do I have 2 units of Mage Armor on me?
Don't know.
Because it's twice as good on Tuesdays.
So yeah, 1 unit will be sufficient. I'll cast shield.
Alright.
Let me remove one of those.
So you watch this giant boulder just like barrel straight, like ah! Shields just manages to block it and it cracks kind of around you.
I don't think they're happy with me.
The natives are getting restless over here.
Still haven't attacked yet, correct?
Well, one of them threw a rock at Ari, so.
They did throw a couple warning shots, though, to be fair.
How
They've
far
not
in the
hurt
tunnel
any
am
of
I?
us yet.
That last one looked like it was going to hurt, though. But yes, technically, no one has been hurt yet.
How far in the tunnel am I?
You're behind Wolfgar, so let's see. I believe you were, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You're about 25 from the entrance.
No, everyone's gathered around the entrance. We just don't have squares for it. So unless you specifically want to be further away, you're basically like 5 to 10 feet away from them.
Where do I need to... Okay, the entrances are right here, correct?
Yeah, where that light comes up. So that one is currently sitting down laughing. He got hit with laughing gas. The one with Gronkum's just holding Gronkum. The Forge Master's holding Death. And the one that threw the thing is up top.
I'm gonna... Do we know if they spoke common? Has that been established or not?
None
Or
of
is it
them
only the king?
have responded. They've all looked confused at what we've been saying, as if they haven't been able to understand, and none of them have responded in common.
Okay, well these are the 3 I can get to. I'm gonna walk out, present my holy symbol, mumble a few words, and make them make a save.
Does it just work on anyone, or?
Bane.
Hmm?
I'm doing
Reverse
Bane.
blast.
Okay.
Holy shit, those saves. 21, 21, 19.
One roll, 2 nat 16s and a nat 14 with a +5 modifier.
Ouch.
This must be the acapella group.
That's me.
Wolfgart looks down in his pocket to the orbs of fireballs. Not yet, not yet.
Yeah, on fire giants are probably not the time to use them.
He's like looking around like, oh, well, what's gonna happen? Gronkum.
Frank, what's so funny, Frank? Fred. You should put me down. You keep holding me. You're gonna make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
He just stares at you. Bite the finger. Bite the finger.
And you said my Grunkum's arms are pinned?
Yeah. You can certainly bust out if you want that.
Yeah, I'm gonna attempt to do that.
Okay.
Athletics?
Mhm. He
Is a
rolled
27 for session.
a 19. You bust the hands open. You fall to the ground.
No, I think I'm gonna fly.
You should fall, then land softly. It's quicker. But yeah, you managed to struggle free. So you can do whatever you want. You can stay up there and fly. You can fall down. You'll have plenty of flight for the day, I think.
And that's an action, right, to break free?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to move?
Hey, Satesh, buddy, you don't happen to speak giant, do you?
Roll a percentile then.
Yeah, please, yeah.
What
Is 39 a good number is the question.
Hold on.
Not only does he not speak giant, but he is very offended by the very idea of giants.
Unfortunately, he cannot burn them, and he cannot make me burn them. Ooh, am I in danger though? Is my life in danger?
I don't know. It's your imaginary friend.
Oh man, should I keep trying or should I get away? I don't know.
Well,
I'm
Bronco
gonna.
broke free.
Are my arms free to cast a spell? Or
Your
am I
arms are
also
free. No, he just kind of picked you up.
okay? Okay, I'm
You
gonna
look
try.
strong enough to restrain.
I take a deep breath and I cast one more minor image or
Okay.
minor illusion of just a very clear picture of us fixing the forge. I was the one who was like trying to wrestle Gronkum away from him, by the way, so he should recognize me.
Roll a persuasion check. He probably thinks you're a Cambion. Not that you're not, but you're not that good of a mix.
That's pretty good.
Good.
Okay. So all right. He places you down at the front of the broken forge.
I'm just like shaking a little bit.
He just kind of like looks at you and looks at the forge.
I
And you watch
I'm just
it.
gonna
He puts
I,
his
I
weapon
point
away.
I point towards my friends And I make like a motion to say that I need them to come over here.
About this time, Deft.
Yeah,
Roll a perception check.
great. Not great.
You watch as your little buddy flies back in. He's going to go ahead and yell something out to the forge master, and he puts you down.
Okay.
Forge master is going to look back, yell something out, and yeah, they all put their weapons away.
Okay.
Seraphine looks over at you, Deft. He's like, huh. He's like, what the hell happened to you guys?
Long story. Gronkum picked a fight with this guy, and it all got really out of hand.
He just starts laughing.
Thank you so much for being here.
Well, this is where we're stationed.
Oh, cool, great.
We didn't know you were coming here.
Great.
We would have.
Where did you think we were going?
Well, we weren't 100% sure, but you guys left in such a hurry.
Yeah, I think this is all a big misunderstanding.
Alright, waves over.
I'm just vaguely shaking.
I assume we're out of initiative.
Yeah, you're out of initiative now. Yeah, no, the Cambians are stationed here too.
Right.
Yeah, the Cambians made it seem like they had a rivalry with the fire giants.
Maybe they do, maybe they don't.
So
Think of it more as a collective need versus red dragons.
fair.
The Forge Master, however, is telling Seraphine something. He's like, he's like, did you tell him you were gonna fix his forge?
I may have. Yep.
He's like,
Yeah. Hey Dad, do you have any experience fixing anvils?
I have experience in other things. I'm very cunning and good at problem solving.
like how to fix an anvil?
So can we just make it really hot and push it back together?
We could try.
Hey Karankum, come over here.
Oh, okay.
I gotta see this.
Karankum, do you know how to fix an anvil?
That's an excellent question. Nobel, do I know how to fix an anvil?
What's your background? You're a soldier, right?
Yep.
Yeah, nope, you basically are of the same collective. If you probably get it hot enough and hit it enough, it'll probably be in some sort of a shape that is together for some period of time.
None of us are blacksmiths, so yeah.
I mean, you have a lot of people that like fire.
Yeah, we can do fire. Okay, so I guess...
You fire it up, I push it together.
Yeah. Def, do you want to help with fire?
Yeah, I can totally do that. Tush, could you please help me totally do that?
No response.
Okay.
Well, Ari will attempt to use some Phoenix Fire to heat up this anvil. I imagine it's going to take a while before it's in any kind of state where it's melted.
Does anybody
What does this
anything?
anvil seem to be made out of? Is it just like iron?
It's just a typical anvil. It'll probably take some time. However, you can't produce quite enough heat for quite long enough to get it as hot as you need to. You probably are going to need some help, or you're going to have to use some natural resources to get this hot enough to form back together.
I don't know how much it would help, if at all, but as he's doing that, I'll be trying to do mending to help.
That actually probably would help. You do have a heat metal spear. Just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, but that would involve Wolfgar getting over here.
If lava hit him, even if it bubbled up, it could kill him.
Hey, Seraphine, can I borrow your spear?
Okay. Kind of like hands it over to you.
She's gonna try and channel some Phoenix Fire through it.
Okay. He kind of laughs and he shows you how to activate it.
Oh. Well, with his help, she'll activate it and try and
Okay.
I guess push the flame.
Yep.
Heat it.
It takes some time, but you do manage to heat it. All right. So that's the heat. Gronkum, what are you going to use to form this and get it together? Because you don't have any like mallets or hammers. You do have a magical arm, which in theory would not be damaged by using it for this purpose.
Yeah, that's what I would do. Just try to push it back together while there's cast mend on it.
Roll a dexterity check and an athletics check.
Can I give him help somehow?
Well, Ferris has already given him some help by lowering his DC.
Okay.
Might take him some time too.
If he's making a skill roll, I'll cast guidance as well.
Okay.
Give him that extra D4.
Who's doing the roll?
Gronkum.
Okay.
So you managed to, you're holding with the stamina of like working on this. It's just forming. It's a little bit more difficult than you've, even with Ferris helping you out. I mean, it's coming together. It may not hold together, but there's still probably a bit of work left to do on it. Keep going?
Yeah.
All right. As they do that, you go ahead. Does his spear have enough time? Yeah, his spear's still just hot enough to give you another go before it runs out. Go ahead, roll first, and if you want Ferris to roll anything on top of it, go ahead and roll your athletics or your acrobatics. So you can technically do it for both.
What am I needing to roll?
If you want to do any guidance for him or anything.
Yeah. No, you roll for it. Put it on. Yeah, roll another D4.
Okay. So you're starting to get tired, but now roll the dex check. Or dexterity check. It's not really acrobatics. And another D4. Yeah, it's together. Probably not adhered together or joined together, but currently resting together.
Can I pick it up?
What's you get a bonus too, don't you?
Yeah.
What's your total capacity?
I don't know if you'd be. I mean, you might be strong enough.
Well, to lift, push, or drag is 1,140.
Yeah, probably not. You could probably push a little bit of it hard, but like as far as picking it up, you probably couldn't even pick up half of it at this point. It's pretty sizable.
Are there any buckets around that look like they could withstand carrying lava?
Roll an investigation check.
Lava isn't hot enough. Lava gets to about 1,200 degrees Celsius. The melting point of iron is 1,500 degrees Celsius.
A good roll, though.
It is a good roll.
I mean, there's enough forge material around that you could get something going if they'd let you use it.
I will attempt to use it.
Or you could see if he'll let you use his super awesome fire hammer.
I will motion to his hammer and then nod at the anvil.
At this point,
Then
he's just gonna let you use it out of pure amusement. So he literally just like places it, and this is a two-handed maul for him. Roll athletics just for.
And just to help along with it, Ari's gonna cast a Dragon's Breath for fire and try and use that in addition. Just add
All
some extra heat.
So as you try to lift it, you just can't get it off the ground, Crocum. You're almost there.
Can I roll a d4?
Yeah,
For every check, I'm going to be casting guidance.
Oh yeah, okay. So you get it up. You can't really like lift it up to get it good, but you can probably like hold it and lift it up like a good 10 feet, and then you go to hit it down. Roll an attack roll. Oh, okay. Yeah, you understand why he uses his hammer. As you hit the anvil, it's almost like as a panini machine would do to a sandwich is what this hammer does to metal. So it heats it and forms it quite easily at the same time. Actually makes the top nice and flat.
As soon as the hammer drops, I'll drop the hammer and then rush to push the pieces together, hoping Ari breathes fire on it and there's his casting mend.
Okay, go ahead and roll a dexterity check with an advantage.
I'm providing moral support.
Okay. All in, it takes some time. It's not the best product you came up with, but it's an anvil. He kind of looks at you and he looks at the anvil. He picks back up his hammer. At least he seems to be happy that you tried.
So, what's the problem? Are the flames not hot enough, or
Zaraphine kind of looks over at you after the giant says something to him. He's like, he's beginning to think that you may not be blacksmiths.
he might be
Can they
correct in
help?
that assessment.
And then it's like, ah. It's like, so, what happened? Why did you get in a fight with these guys?
Well, when we got here, there were some druids, and they were planting Newen in the ground after they took something from under the forge.
What's a new one?
He's like a big tree
Grunkum,
person.
Grunkum, pull
Gronkum
out new.
pulls out his head.
Visual aid. Visual aid.
She'll also use a minor illusion
This
to.
is a new one.
Does he always look that way?
Well,
He
normally
does now.
She'll use a minor illusion to depict what he looked like before.
So he wasn't always a head.
no, he used to have a body,
And she'll point over the pile of charcoal that might still be there.
Okay.
um,
So
when they planted him, they then opened a portal inside of him and went through. At least the ones that survived.
She'll gesture to the
Forge Master. He came in while we were battling the druids, because they wanted us for some kind of sacrifice or something. And yeah,
that's an interesting story. It's like,
these are
yeah,
interesting circumstances.
next time, just stay with us. It'll be okay. It's like,
I sincerely hope there is not a next time.
it's like, how about we look to get you guys out of here?
I agree. How do we do that?
It's like, it's too bad, Victoria already left. You could have caught a ride with her.
I was going to ask her, but she did leave pretty quickly.
He's like, you're gonna have to sneak into the mountain.
With the big fire-breathing dragon?
He kind of looks. He's like, yes and no. The dragon lives on the top of the mountain. Like, you could always go under it.
Is there a cave system underneath that leads into the mountain that you know?
Like, you all seem decently. And then he looks at Gronkum. You might have a harder time. It's like, well, you see, they're kind of held prisoner there, so there are other dragons as well, and there are patrols. They have foot patrols. They have dragons that patrol. The only thing you got to worry about in the caves is they're little slaves.
Kobolds?
Yeah, I think that's what you people call them. Nasty little buggers, though.
So they're going to attack us on sight then.
Well, depends on how many of them there are. They might just run away.
Okay. Now, is it they might just run away and hide, or might just run away to get more kobolds?
It just depends on the situation.
Do they like to ambush?
Like, honestly, I really don't fight the kobolds that much. He points to the wings. It's like, not really our territory. We try to stay out of the mountain.
Yeah, I tend to as well. So, you think there'll be a portal or something in the mountain?
Oh yeah, there's definitely a portal in there. Like, I'm not 100% sure where, but that's where it's supposed to be.
Is it actually like in the mountain or at the top of the mountain?
I think it's in the mountain.
Are you
Well,
just certain that there isn't another portal here somewhere? Just double checking.
I mean, do you have magic to make a portal?
I wish.
You hear a voice in the back of your head. Be careful what you wish for.
Ugh. Now he's
Well,
stuck.
yes, but we could only make one on this end with the right supplies. We would still need to know another established point.
Well, and you're on a different plane too.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You got a plane shift out of here. Or you could go back to Theris's plan from the week before last. You could just all banish each other.
I've used the term I will be right.
Okay, cool. Dragon Mountain it is.
All right. So we'll pause here for this week. Next week, you can go play in Dragon Mountain. Yay, Dragon Mountain, Charlie!
Yay.
You know, Candy Mountain sounds a lot more peaceful than Dragon Mountain.
If memory serves correctly, it really isn't.
Ooh, maybe your dragon can fight another dragon.
Ooh.
Dragon on dragon fighting. Just don't go after the big dragon.
Yeah. I feel like Allie's finally unlocking her inner hoarding tendencies. And this is going to be her turning. She's just going to start stealing. And it's going to be great.
A life of crime to make her a horde. Don't worry, eventually the horde comes. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight ancient dragon. So just for reference, the fire breath of an ancient dragon unaltered is a 90-foot cone, DC 24, 26d6 damage ability.
I could probably live at least one.
Let's see. So 26d6 right now, just plain in chat. That's not bad. That's only 81 points of damage with a lot of ones.
Save for half, evasion for another quarter.
Yeah, plus evasion, plus resistance.
Hold on, what are we talking about?
Death would be okay.
Could I
Oh,
survive a dragon breath?
You have a better chance than most people because of evasion.
I can definitely survive what? Dragon's Breath.
How many hit points do you have? Yeah, you would survive this. Your resistance would be fine because you're like 75% resistant, or how resistant?
No, resistance in 5e is only half damage. But
If you make your
ultimately,
save, then it's
I have my
another.
spark. I have my spark, which, you know, that would allow me to survive at least one, should it do more than my HP.
That does always come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and you
don't
have yeah, we're gonna end that right there. You also have your other thing too, don't you?
Which other thing?